Hello everyone, my name is Jennifer Stay. This is Coloring Bliss. I've got little Rose here with me and she's excited to do some coloring in a little coloring book. This book here, it's called Small Victories by Johanna Basford. The idea behind this book is that it's filled with small illustrations, little creative moments that you can sit down and color, not spend hours and hours on it to finish one illustration. I think it's a brilliant idea and I'm really excited to dive in and start coloring in it. But I wanted to make it even easier on myself. And for that, we have this free chart, 36 colors, 12 color combinations, all laid out. These are my favorite 36 colors. Are they your favorite too, Rose? The reason they're my favorite is because they're perfectly balanced trios, a light, medium, and dark for every color on the color wheel. So this makes it my favorite 36 in the entire 150 set of Prismacolor premieres. I carry them with me anytime I want to color. I've got them here in a pencil roll. Let me show you what they look like. And here they are. Look how pretty they are. Such a beautiful set of pencils. And they fit perfectly in these little rolls, so I can take the 36 with me anytime or anywhere I want to. So let me give you kind of the idea behind it. We have an artist color wheel right here. And what we did is we went through and found a light, medium, and dark for each of these colors on the color wheel. So we have a light, medium, and dark yellow, yellow, green, green, and it all corresponds here to this chart. So we have blue, green, blue, blue, violet, and so on. They're all here represented on this chart. So let's say I've decided to color a little illustration in this book, maybe one of the very first illustrations on the introduction page. We've got some green on it, so I know I'm going to want a green color combination to get those beautiful blends on those leaves. So I can go to my chart and find the green right here, and all I need to do is follow the three that we've recommended. So that would be this pencil, and this pencil. I know and I'm confident that I have a good blending trio here, and I'm ready to dive in and start coloring in the book. It's so quick and easy. So if you've been around Coloring Bliss for a while, you've probably seen this chart and you may already have downloaded it. So you might not need it. If you downloaded it after August 2023, you've got the current chart, and it corresponds to our beautiful tritone workbook that we updated in 2023 as well. So if you own this book right here, either digital or print, and you got it after August 2023, then you already have this chart. You're already good to go. See, it's right here in this book. So you've got it and you can start using it right away. Okay, so like I said, I think I'm going to start with this very first illustration here in the Johanna Basford book introduction page. I think it'll be a good place for me to get my coloring mojo going inside this book. So I'm going to need green for the leaves, and I'm feeling red violet for that flower. Maybe some yellow flowers off to the side. I think that would look really pretty and cheerful. So I'm going to grab my green pencils that I already pulled out of my roll. And it says I need my red violet trio starting with 993. That's this trio right here. Grab those. And I also said I wanted to do yellow, but I'm kind of thinking maybe yellow orange will be a little more of a poppy color on this paper. So I'm going to go for yellow orange instead of the yellow trio. So that starts with number 1012. Right here at the very end is the three that I need for yellow orange. There I've got 9 pencils to get me started, all organized and balanced into beautiful color combinations. I'll move that out of the way, and let's start with the greenery. So I'm using my 3 light, medium, and dark pencils for this green leaf area right here. And the great thing about this color combination is you can get some really dynamic difference between the light area and the dark area. So I'm kind of decided that anywhere there's an overlap, so the flowers overlapping this leaf, the flowers overlapping these 2 leaves, and this leaf is overlapping that leaf, we have all these overlaps, and in the shadows of those overlaps I'm going to be working my darkest green. So what I did was I colored the whole leaf with the lightest green first. Then I came in with my mid-tone green, and established where I wanted the shadows, and then I came in with the dark green to finish it off and get it really deep. Then I go back through the medium tone and the light tone to blend out the transitions between the colors, and you end up with this beautiful leaf that has a nice dark tone here and ends on a nice light tone over here. It's pretty quick and easy. It's actually a blending rule that I call Jennifer's rule of blending thirds. Now, one quick note that I want to give you when you're working in a book with such small details is that you want to work with very sharp pencils. That will give you a much better advantage, so you can get those colors worked in quickly and easily all into those really pretty little details. Okay, we've got those leaves established. Let's go ahead and do the flower, and I think the inside of the flower would be fun to do in the yellow-orange color, and then we'll do the big petals with our red-violet color, which basically means pink and an orangey middle, right? I'm going to start again here with the lightest color, like I said, and you fill in the whole area with the lightest color, like this. And just go all the way around the flower. Alright, now I'm going to grab my mid-tone, which is 995. I love this pencil. This is mulberry. It's such a rich, beautiful color. Looks really good in this combination. And again, I'm just looking for places where the petals overlap. Kind of imagine if you had light shining on it, where would it have the hardest time shining light onto the object? That's where your shadows need to be. Good, now we want to get even more contrast between the light and the dark shadows. So for that is my third dark pencil, which is number 931, Dark Purple. And I'm just going to work a little bit of it in here, right in the deepest, darkest shadows. Just like that. Now I'm going to work back through my mid-tone pencil and my light pencil just to smooth out the transitions and make sure everything looks just perfect. Alright, oh, she's looking so pretty, but she needs a center. So for that, I'm going to use my 3-color combination for the yellow-orange in the center, and I'm just going to color the whole thing really quick, like this. And now we're going to use the mid-tone and dark pencil to kind of give some dynamic difference between the two sections here. You can see I made a little mistake here and colored red violet on top of some of it, but no one's going to know. Shh. Now my darkest pencil again. Ooh, it needs to be sharpened. My sharpener today is the X-Acto School Pro electric sharpener. Works really well for the really soft core of Prismacolors. If I wasn't sitting here in my studio, I would use one of my favorite handheld sharpeners like the Coom. Okay, and then I'm going to grab my other 2 pencils now and just work out and blend. Okay, that's looking really good. Now we've got some more flowers out here, which I think I'm going to do the yellow-orange on all those flowers. And because they're so small, I'm going to do a 2-color blend and just use the mid-tone and dark in that 3-color combination. Do the center. These are just the tiniest. Oh, these are even smaller. This book is not the normal kind of coloring that I like to do. I usually like to color bigger, less detailed images. So for me, working in this book is going to be a new experience, and I'm excited about it. I'm excited to push myself and do something a little different. But there's not enough room in these tiny little details to do much of a blend, so I'm just filling them in with my choice of the 3 yellow-orange pencils. Right now I'm using the darkest one. Good. I think these might be cattails right here, but I'm just going to color them like they're flowers. My coloring book, my choice, right? Okay, now we've got some cute little, I don't even know, buttercup flowers. Is that what you'd call those ones? I need to learn color names. Let's color these ones up here with our pink. That'll make them really pop and kind of balance out the composition. That's the lightest. Now the dark. Actually, this is the mid-tone. Now we'll go to the dark. Barely room to make a blend here, but enough room to make it have some interest and some contrast between the light and the dark. And I'm just going to go straight to the light pencil, blend out that transition. Cute, very cute. Look, we've got some stars here. That would be fun to use a gel pen on. I have to think about that. Okay, we have some more greenery, some looks like grass and some leaves on these little flowers. So I have a choice here. Should I stick with the green or should I pull the 3 yellow-green colors and try to get a different color green? What do you think, Steve?
Pull the yellow green.
Pull the yellow green it is, okay? So again, you go to the chart and the chart tells you what 3 colors to grab. And luckily I've got them all organized here, so I don't have to look at the chart too often anymore. The chart was super handy to learn about the combinations and get them all organized. And then the more you use them, the more you're going to have them memorized and you'll be able to grab them and use them anytime you want. Like I said, super sharp pencils are a priority. Okay, that's better. And the dark piece, there. All right, let's go through and color with the light first. Same rules as what I said before. Start with light. I'm trying to see, that's not a leaf, that is the stem. Okay. And down here. The other great thing about this system is that I will be able to remember when I look back at this page, I'll be able to remember what pencils I used because it's on the chart. So for instance, right now I'm not coloring the mirror image illustration that's right here, and eventually I'm going to want to color it. And if I wanted to take the same colors across the page over here, I could do that because I have them all neatly organized and written down on my chart. It takes all the memory work out of it and I can just enjoy the coloring. These little leaves are so small, they're not going to take too much blending. Okay.
Now, one thing that we're always big on is paper. I know this is a different paper than what we typically use. What do you think of it?
Johanna Basford books are really popular because of her paper. That's one reason, not just because, but she has beautiful illustrations and then she typically uses really high quality paper. The difference here is that I like a paper that has a little more tooth or texture in it when it comes to coloring with color pencils. So I'm having to adjust my expectations a little bit. With a toothy textured paper, you can get a lot of layers down and really build in with those blending rules that I've been teaching you today. You can really get in there and do a lot with it. Oh, I think this is part of the leaf right here. I'm going to just color it with my darkest green. So this is different, but because the details are so small, I can't work in many details anyway. It's just not possible to do like a dozen layers on this tiny little leaf that I'm working on right now. It just wouldn't be practical. So Having said that, I'm enjoying her paper, and I kind of like that it's an ivory color, because if I wanted to add white highlights on it, it would have a little bit of contrast and be a little more poppy with when you look at it. So long story short, I like the paper. It's just not what I'm used to, but I can see why people really enjoy it, and because of the small details, I think it's going to be a really good paper to work with. All right, my very first small victory. My first small creative victory. What do you think? I didn't color in the stars and the little details because I think I want to use like a glitter gel pen or a metallic gel pen to give it a little bling. And like I said before, I can come back to this later and fill in this side over here and know exactly what colors to grab because it's all here on my chart. And I'll be able to duplicate it over here when the time comes. But I feel really good about those few minutes that I spent coloring. I feel uplifted, and I feel like I've been creative, and I feel like I've had a small victory.
Yeah, I mean, usually you're sitting here for 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah, when I do a coloring page, it's typically 3 to 4 hours of serious, no stopping work in order for me to finish a page. So this was really delightful to do just a small thing. I have some other plans for this book. So if you want to see what more I do in the Small Victories book, make sure you subscribe to our channel, hit the bell notification so that YouTube will send it out to you when the time comes, and give me a like if you enjoyed this content and found it interesting. And don't forget to follow the link in the video description and come and get this. If you haven't gotten it yet for your collection of Prismacolors, you really need it. It's going to really help hone the way you use your pencils and get the most out of all your beautiful colors. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a wonderful, colorful, blissful day. Bye-bye, everyone.